Hi Diego, how you doing? Another quick video for you. So since I have the car running now, I can check the live data, which is important. So what we have here, so throttle body is closed, that's good. So we got closed loop going. Well, not really closed loop, but at least by the temperature it's supposed to be in closed loop, but in reality I'll show you later what's going on. Now mass airflow reads, the voltage is fine, injection timing is proper, which is where we need to be. Now this is where it gets messed up. We are at operational temperature and oxygen sensor completely does not read, it's just totally not there. Adaptations are at 0, which is, it's okay, I mean it's not a big deal, it will readapt. We have no misfires going on, I mean there's at least no cylinders that are being shut off for some sort of abnormalities. We're good there. This is the worst kind of thing because there is no fine-tuning on the engine when it's in closed loop. No oxygen sensor, obviously, no correction, mixture correction. So this is definitely not good. That must be corrected. And the exhaust situation, which is very weird setup. I mean, I know where they came from doing this. Dual cats and big ones too. So I don't know what to say about this because I mean original Mercedes catalytic is large. Yes, there are 2 of them there too, I understand that, but these things, they're humongous. Maybe if they would have put 2 small ones like this, okay, and at the end of the day even one of the small one is enough. But the thing is, the Mercedes oxygen sensor is usually bolted right at the beginning of the catalytic converter, so I guess they had no room for it. They just put it in as they put it in, the replacement catalytics. That might create a little bit of an issue with back pressure because we don't know. Well, I cannot tell you with these cats what's happening because I had a customer who did some catalytics and they put the wrong ones and he lost power, and he had a V12 and yes, it would idle fine, but when you give it gas, the car had very low power. For V12 that was unacceptable. He replaced the catalytics for different ones, probably went away. Again, so that's all I see. Now this is bad. I mean, I do want this to read, and obviously oxygen sensor isn't there. That does not read. We do not have correction for our air-fuel ratio. As you can see, it says the heater, but in reality the oxygen sensor, I mean, I look from the other side, I look from driver's side and the passenger side, I didn't see it. So I might raise the car up a little bit and take a look once more, because the plug on V8s, it's usually on the passenger side. It's usually in this vicinity, like somewhere around there, under the car, obviously. So, and for that I might have, that's the reason that the car might have a little bit of a twitching. It could be a back pressure issue along with oxygen sensor, so that's not great because on idle it runs just the way it should run. It runs really good. I connected the vacuum there. You see a little bit of a plug there. So now I have this recorded, I can just wrap it all up. I'll try to go up and down the street with this car because now it has just slight miss, but again, because this is just a preset value, we do not have correction for our air-fuel ratio, obviously. So we're just like at base value, and that's not right. So that is where I am with this. All right, so I'll send you one video already, so I'm going to send you this one after, so you see what I mean. And then I'll take it down the street, see how it acts, because I put transmission fluid in, and see if transmission shifts. I connected the vacuum line for vacuum modulator on the transmission, shut down the upshift delay, and that's basically all. So we got coolant temperature sensor read. This is pretty primitive, to be honest with you, but that's all that this computer needs. The engine control module needs to make this car run. So that's all we are. Another thing I'm going to check before I go is actually I have to change these things. I would like to see our ignition angles, but unfortunately this particular setup here doesn't do this, so I have to go and change the wiring so I can get into the actual ignition module here. Okay, and I'm not sure, this car has no check engine lights, so most likely it does not even have this module, diagnostic module. Let's see if it picks it up, but I don't really see it there, so yeah. No check engine, most likely no diagnostic module. Okay, I'm done for now. I'll move on. I'll let you know what else I find. Sensor is supposed to be on its way, so hopefully that will make things better. I also pulled out each and every spark plug, and they're pretty new, so I just cleaned them off. They were very suited. Even for brand new plugs, that's unacceptable. They should not be suited as bad as they were. Unfortunately, it's cold, so I didn't make the picture or video about them, but they were really suited. So right now, so the car has been running for about an hour by now, and sometimes you hear a little bit of a pop here and there. But again, we don't have air-fuel ratio correction, so computer would have adjusted for it, but it isn't. I mean, it can't. There is no oxygen sensor, so you know. And I don't know if it runs rich, if it runs lean. No way of saying, because no oxygen sensor, so no idea what it needs. It needs more. You see, it was just like a little pop. It needs more fuel. It needs, you know, it needs more fuel. It needs more air. I mean, you know, it's kind of weak, to be honest, but again, I have to have two hands. Usually it's just like pop. Obviously they come out, the exhaust fumes. By smell, you know, smelling the exhaust, it's decent, actually pretty decent, very close, to be honest with you. It's pretty close. Because the way it smells, I mean, usually if it's too rich or too lean, you can't really miss that. Plus, there is really no smoke, it's just vapors. I mean, we're working here, it's 30 something degrees, so obviously there will be some vapors. And the car never ran for a while, so there's definitely some moisture trapped in the exhaust, so we have to run it. And like I said, the water in the pipe, so there's moisture in the engine, so what have you, it is what it is. All right, so I'll take it out, and I'll let you know how it went. All right, talk to you soon.